Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, my name is Phil. I'm the Ordinary Watch Guy. I'm pretty ordinary, but this week my guest collaborators are very special. I was contemplating the age-old question of finding the best watch for under £500, or if you're in the United States, let's call it $650. This has become a brutal segment of the watch industry. There's so much competition in this part of the market now, and so many remarkable micro brands are going for it. So I've called in some friendly and familiar faces to help us solve this once and for all. You're going to hear from Watch Yourself George, Fully Lumed, and all the way from the United States, TrapVision, and finally me. We've each got one pick and roughly 3 minutes to pitch our choices, and the cherry on the cake is that Ben from Ben's Watch Club, a guy who really knows his way around this section of the market, will be choosing his favourite from what we've got to offer. So it's going to get spicy, so stay with us and find out who the winner is going to be. The winner gets this interesting beige stapler. So let's get into it.
Thanks to Philip, the Ordinary Watch Guy, for having me and Terry on the channel. So, what watch have we gone for under £500? Well, we've slightly cheated, and we've decided to go for the Mr. Jones Perfectly Useless Afternoon Automatic, because it's currently on sale for £445, and I picked mine up back when it was £495, even though the retail is currently £595. Why have I picked it? Well, try and think of a more fun, more recognisable and iconic watch for the money. You could get an F91W for £11. I've done that, but honestly, the feeling I get when I put this watch on is absolutely incredible. I get so many people ask about it in shows. Amongst the watch community, it's so recognisable. It's so much fun. You turn it over and there's a duck on the case back. It's perfect, isn't it, Terry?
It's iconic.
It's iconic. I mean, this watch has been absolutely venerated over the past few years, and there's a reason for it. If the 40mm's a bit big and you don't have the money to splash out, then they do also do a quartz 37mm version, which is currently on sale at £145 or usually £225. Again, great little art piece watch, designed by the artist Christoph Devos. Honestly, it plays beautifully in the light. It looks lovely. I cannot recommend this watch enough if you're after a fun watch that's relatively cheap and also pretty iconic. I better have won this. Do you reckon I'll have won this?
How can you not win with such an iconic looking watch?
I've sort of included two watches. Is that cheating? I guess the comments will decide. Maybe Ben's Watch Club will just eliminate me.
Let's bring it on.
Bring it on! War!
Live on the edge.
Live on the edge. But I'll be chilling in my swimming pool with my Perfectly Useless Afternoon Mechanical, even though I don't have a swimming pool. In a bucket.
A bath.
Yeah, I'll be chilling in the bath with my rubber duck. Yeah. Right. Thanks very much. On to the next person.
Sir, yes, sir!
Okay, let's get down to business real quick. Phil, thanks for inviting me to this, man, but you did not make this easy. I have to find a watch that you guys may say, that's a really nice timepiece at the $600 mark. Let's say around the $600 to $650 mark. So, got the perfect watch for you guys, so check this out. Okay, here we go. The perfect watch, if you will. All right, so this is by the Visitor Watch Company, and this is one of my favorite micro brands that I've ever come across. This is called the Linden, and I want to get through the dimensions real quick. If you see on the screen, This watch is beautiful, man. 39 millimeters. It's got like 50 meters of water resistancy with a push-pull crown, which I think is amazing. That's phenomenal, right? But the highlight of this watch, man, look how wet that looks, man. So the dial, this is called a Lake Spur, and that dial is made to look like ink. It is, man, the camera is not doing it any justice, man. Like, that thing looks so fresh. But I want you to look, man, check this out. Hold up. I have to magnify that right there. You see that? That hour marker is made to like a pen nib, right? Like a fountain pen. And if you look at the, right there at the 12, you see those lines at the cardinal positions? Once it gets on those hours, it looks like this watch is actually writing. It's like pen. But then you look at the hour, man, they like 3D cutouts, man. That thing is crazy. And they got enough lume on there to satisfy anybody. I'm telling you, lume is great. Can't complain. But it's the price. I don't know what your genuine style is like, man, but that thing fits like a dream, like an absolute dream. 10.5 millimeters tall, 39 millimeters, sapphire crystal front and back. I mean, come on, man. This watch, right? So that Linden comes in multiple colorways, so you pick and choose what you like. But that blue did it for me. Phil, you the man. Thank you for the invite, man. Be blessed, my friend.
When I set out to choose this watch, I thought I'd play it safe with a checklist of expectations. Under 40mm, perfect for my average sized child's wrist, a crisp clean dial, a clear function, be it dive, dress, aviation or field, high quality stainless steel, sapphire crystal and a ceramic bezel, and bonus points for something Swiss. So when US Microband Laureate landed on my radar with the Hydra Series 3, I thought perfect, job done. Show a few pictures, read a few specs, and move on with my life. With a 41mm case, Hesalite crystal and bezel, Japanese Miyota movement, and a dial that's a chaotic love child of a retro diver and a pilot's GMT, it ticks my checklist with flying colours. Damn it, I've done it again. If specs and value were all that mattered, we'd either splurge on a Patek or settle for a Casio. But no, a watch purchase is visceral, emotive, provocative, even lustful. And for me, the Laureate embodies all of that. The Hydra is a full-on throwback to the 60s. Its design nods to the universal Genève pole router, blending crown guards seamlessly into the case. The dial hands and bezel, echoes of the Omega Seamaster 300 and the Rolex Double Red Sea Dweller. It's retro, but with a modern edge that keeps it fresh in today's sea of vintage-inspired divers. Sure, the dial is arguably too busy, squeezed to include the GMT markers, but who cares when it's this stunning? The petrol blue centre sets the scene for bold white indices to pop, while the lume-filled GMT ring somehow brings order to the chaos. Laureate could have leaned into pretend patina, but instead they chose a crisp, just unboxed retro aesthetic. It feels unique, even rebellious, in a market oversaturated with faux vintage tropes. The Hesalite crystal and bezel might seem unconventional, some would say cheap, but honestly, look in your watch box. How many sapphire crystal ceramic bezel divers are staring back at you? Sometimes, different is refreshing. Hesalite, with its warm tactile nostalgia, delivers a charm sapphire simply can't replicate. And if scratches scare you, Laureate thoughtfully includes a tube of polywatch for those inevitable regrets. Still not sold? Think Hesalite is the budget choice? Well, sapphire isn't exactly exotic these days, and if it's good enough for the Moonwatch, it's more than fine for us mere mortals. Of course, the Hydra isn't all sentimentality. A robust 300 metres water resistance, stainless steel, a solid bracelet with screw links, an impressive dose of lume, and the real star, the Miyota 9075. It's not Swiss, but it's rock solid and offers a smooth high beat sweep. The Laureate Hydra isn't your typical £500 watch. With its unique look and playful quirks, it's become my latest pin-up poster, and I adore it.
Okay guys, I feel like I've got the home court advantage here because we're on my channel. Even with George blatantly cheating, I still think I'm going to bring the smack down here, okay? I'm going to Unimatic in Milan. These guys are crushing it. The Unimatic tool watch range is so exciting. The 360-degree protection system that they've developed and built into their cases has just made the most robust watch. Not just on this video, but basically out there without heading towards a G-Shock. And to be honest, I'd love to see the resilience of this watch tested against the G-Shock because this watch is that amazing. This watch has been abused and tested to US military standards, dropped, bounced, shaken, shocked, and they'll work under the most severe and grueling of circumstances. And it's not just rugged either, it's beautifully made with this post-industrial good looks, the 316L steel, the sandblasted case, and it's got that white on black easy to read dial going on. I love the functional contrast of the orange seconds hand, which is tipped with orange, contrasting against the black background of the dial. As a complete bonus, you've got a GMT complication built into the mix too. And here's where the G-Shock definitely gets beaten. 300 meters of water resistance. You can even buy this Unimatic with a unidirectional bezel to beef up those dive watch qualities too. I love that Unimatic don't copy anyone. They really do carve their own way and their own design language, and it's truly unmistakable. And they simply wave away the army of lookalike divers and tool watches, and they bring it their own way. They've got this great quote from the Italian artist Bruno Munari on the Unimatic website. Everyone's able to complicate, only a few can simplify. Love that, absolutely love that. The raw stats on this watch: 41mm dial, 13.2 millimeters of thickness, 22mm lug width for your strap. It comes on a wide nylon two-piece strap, very highly functional. The deal breaker for some will be that it's a quartz movement. The UT4 GMT has a Swiss Ronda 515.24D quartz movement under the hood. But to me, it's actually perfect for this context. It's tough, it's ultra reliable, and it's accurate. Accurate to 0.3 of a second, 0.3 of a second to plus 0.6 of a second per day. And the battery life is nearly 4 years. This is literally perfect for the job, okay? You'll get this watch, including taxes and delivery, for just under £500. So I'm going to hand this over now to Ben, and we can get that final judge's decision. A big thank you to all the guys for joining in with this. Watch yourself, George. Cheat. My man in the States, TrapVision. My good friend, Fully Lumed. And don't forget to subscribe to all these guys. Their videos are awesome. Leave your comments below. Which watch would you be taking? Over to you, Ben, for the final verdict, mate.
Cheers, Phil. I'm honoured to be the official judge for this contest, and I can be quite a balanced one as I've not tried any of these watches before. While they're all truly unique suggestions, the one that intrigued me the most was probably the Visitor Linden. I've not seen a wet ink dial quite like that anywhere. I'd love to see it in the flesh. The rest of the package also looks really distinctive, including those markers and the unusually proportioned case, and it gets bonus points for being from an obscure brand. It's not one I've ever heard of. The hands are probably a touch too far for me, but overall, I think it's good enough to call it my winner. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Phil's channel and leave your pick in the comments section below.
Oh my god, I just lost my own challenge. It's fine, I'm not bothered. It's cool. I'm cool with it. It's It's no big deal. It's no big deal. It's fine. It's fine. Congrats. I'm actually happy. I'm actually happy for TrapVision. I am. It's fine. So solid. Okay, I want to say a big thank you to TrapVision 3D, to Watch Yourself George, to Fully Lumed, and to Ben's Watch Club, of course. Thank you for taking part in this, guys, for our little challenge. It's been a brilliant collab. I'm so grateful to you. For everybody that's watching, make sure you give these guys a follow. If you haven't followed them already, their content is fantastic. And if you could be so kind as to subscribe, why don't you leave a comment below about which of the watches you thought was the best and which one you would go for personally, and maybe you've got a watch outside of those choices that's in that price category that you think that we've overlooked. Why not let us know what it is? It's been fantastic, a lot of fun. Cheers, guys. I'll be back soon with another video. Catch me in the next one, and in the meanwhile, why don't you give one of these previous videos of mine a little look, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.